Welcome back to the Real Double Dose channel. This is your host, Lex, coming to you straight from the heart, where the talk is real and the vibe is always live. Yes, it is, because here serving a slice of everyday life is what RDDC is all about. For any questions, show requests, or feedback, as always, reach us at Real Double Dose channel at yandex.com. That's yandex.com. And as well as check out our Real Double Dose channel.blogspot.com, which will soon be just a .com itself. And also, you can always check out all the links at the end of the blog. Wonderful sponsors give me all that.com with some of their stuff up on there on the different sides of the blog, different insights through all the wonderful multiple pages, our links, disclaimers, music rights, so much more, and our book links at the About Me section at the end of the blog spot. Check us out on TuneIn Radio, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, Spreaker.com. I almost said Deezer. We could be on there too. iHeartRadio, iTunes, SoundCloud, and many, many more rolling out. If I didn't say them, we're out there. YouTube as well. So, and we're rolling out more red carpets. So, some's private right now, and it will be released to the public. And we will definitely let that be known for our new audience that will grow with the RDC familians. Want to put that out there. No shade. And this is about to roll on. So, this episode is called hashtag, right? Happy to be. Yes, happy to be. And this was inspired. It was inspired. This was inspired. Almost had me rolling down on my language skills here because it was inspired by something so uplifting that it made me feel so good. And the only thing that I could think of in that moment was the same sound that we hear when in our minds, like when you actually hear people being happy these moments, instead of just being so down or doubtful or fearful or so much pain that we deal with on a daily basis. When people typically hear about happiness, the only thing that I hear from them say is really like,
somebody call security,
that kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, it's almost like taboo where, oh, you're happy? What are you happy about? I'm happy about this, but let's knock on wood that this doesn't happen, or let's just cross our fingers that this stays this way. It's almost like we expect BS to happen. Bologna simplified. If you want to put BS in your own understanding, that's fine. But no shade. But I'm just saying that's typically what it comes down to. Can't we all just be happy? Is it so hard for us to just see the happiness simplified within those variables of understanding life? And now, this is true. This is not what I just believe, but at the same time, even though we're faced with trials and tests through the greatest book of all, the greatest book, no matter what versions you read it in, the understanding of what the principles were from the only one that has ever walked this earth unscathed, and his mannerisms of what we understand as how harsh the earth can be, of life itself and so much more, and temptations. It never was meant to be, in my perception of things, and many perception of things, life was not meant to be difficult from the beginning of our creation. It was not meant to be a toil of just stress and money and issues and bills and famines and heartaches and killings and murders and rapes and, fondlings and so much heinous crap. Let's not get down that hill. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, it wasn't meant for that. It was hashtag happy to be. Now, this came from my sweetheart. Precious you are. And, I call him FM for little. I know what it means, and he knows what it means. His nickname is FM. You might as well call FM radio silent FM radio, because it's just that kind of way. But, okay, let me just get off of that. But I'm just saying, he had said something to me earlier today, and it was, just in a normal conversation here, how you doing, so forth, what's going on. And let me tell you this, RDC families, you hear me laughing and smiling right now? Oh my goodness, not even a few hours ago. Right now I have bruises on my knees, my calves, my ankles. I mean, I had a Charlie horse, for all those who don't know what that back in the day word is that I picked up from my parents and so forth. Charlie horse, a severe leg cramp, along with the sciatica I've still been dealing with my disc and my spine from that happening last year. Not to mention plantar fasciitis of the arch of that arch bone or muscle in the middle of your foot that just hurts like I don't know what. But I guess putting in 4 or 5 miles sometimes in one day would probably help with that too, along with life itself. But I fell. Yeah, I know. I completely face planted in Minnesota, this beautiful area I'm in, where we just seem to have a never-ending supply of Antarctica freezes or heavenly piles of 10 to 12, 14, 15 inches out of the blue every time. Now, don't get me wrong. I've been here for massively 90% of my life, and I'm a Minnesotan. And at the same time, I grew up in snow, and being born in Detroit and being able to be in Michigan as a kid back and forth. I've been a snow baby. Been to California, been through Washington, Montana, different ones, Colorado, whatever it might be, Oregon, but at the same, been in Portland. It's just, this has been one heck of a winter. I'm just going to put it out there. So I'm happy to be, #happy to be, even though I face planted, just dropped everything in my pocket, slipped down the slope, literally on concrete and ice. Oh my goodness. It's snowing out there, cold. It was just a catastrophe. I mean, I felt numb. Thank Heavenly Father that I didn't bust my teeth or bust anything else, but I am sore. Had to get a hot water bag sore. Okay, so I'm just saying, I feel completely like I got beat up times 10, from literally head to toe. But I'm still here, and I'm #happy to be. So that was my story, my snippet for the day. But I want to say this from, I call him Mr. Silent FM. He has something, and I love you. I hope you're listening. But I'm saying, like, he had said something to me. And he said, you know what? I was painting today. And as I was painting all day, my arms got kind of, hurting real stiff. And, real hurting. I mean, I guess it's different from him weightlifting, having to arch them up and painting ceilings and doing certain stuff for a gig for one of his friends. Just helping them out. Courtesy. It made him look at his life and say, no matter where I'm at in this moment, I'm happy to be here. And it's not just happy to be here in life, right? We're here in life, and that's the only reason we can say it, because we are here to say it. But he was happy to be. And that's what caught this. Fresh off the just Richter scale, I said, that was the most inspiring moment I felt. Now, there's other inspiring moments I have for the titles of all the other shows as well. They're always inspired. Something for us to share together. These aren't just random conversations that come to mind and say, oh, let me just talk to RDC about this. This is what I've been thinking about all day. This is actually thought about, premeditated concepts of life. And then as soon as when that freshness happens, like you're cutting open a fresh lemon or the citrus of something, or smelling a fresh patch of blueberries or strawberries, that's when I try to deliver it at my freshest point. Some days I don't feel much to it, and some days I just feel like, man, I'm just hurting, or this is going on. But you know what? I know that us as a whole, we deserve this to be shared. And anything you want to share, please post it out. Go to our Instagram, go to our Facebook, go to our Google+, go wherever you need to go, and just do what you need to do, or just send an email like you usually have. We appreciate anything that you want to say, no matter how quiet it is or how loud. We love you. But it's just letting it be. When he said that in that moment, rerouting back to what he said I'm happy to be. My life is not even by far, he said, as I'm quoting him, what he wanted it to be in so many ways, where he would think it would be by now, or maybe the plans he had. And most would see his situation as very complicated, in a different mind state from where they're used to being. But it was happy enough for him. He was happy enough to have everything in his life that he's asked for. Things have been lost, yes, but the things that have been gained gave him enough peace and happiness in that moment to love that moment and be completely happy for where he was. I mean, come on. What can you not get the riches of that? And it's just more than his situation. It's ours. I find myself in that so many times. I'm sitting down, I'm having a good time, I'm having lunch with my mom, or I'm having a great conversation in that moment, or I'm just relaxing and I'm having a great day. And it's almost like movies or life suspends us from being happy, because we're scared something's going to take it away from us, or cut it off, or we're going to mess it up somehow. So we don't live it out to our fullest. Not all of us, but a good majority of us don't live it out to our fullest, because we're scared that we're going to just have it taken away somehow and it's going to hurt worse. But as I will say, I'd rather enjoy that happy moment as much as I could and download every memory from it and feel every essence of it. Not going overboard, but taking it right on course. To remember that feeling forever, because that's the feeling we were meant to have. And whatever society has built, or the dark side of society has built, or the mindsets of what we are, it makes us think that happiness is not for us. And we have to have a certain level of success of what the world sees as that to actually be happiness. Seeing photos on Instagram, for me, means updating people on inspirational things or sharing something about your life. Now, no hate against those who do it for their reputation or their imagery, but I like to make sure the image that people see is the inside of me. It's good to still be clean and together and intact on the outside, but at the same time, if you're not displaying anything where a person can compliment you from everything that's within you, that they feel, no matter how short of a time or how long that is, and they have nothing to say about you, except, hey, you look cute or you look nice, a little compliment on the outside of you after a while. I mean, it makes you think that's all you have to give, or that's all you're giving for them to say or feel. So the whole point is I have a lot of people I may talk to, counsel, be there for. In that moment, that's where they're happy. One of my friends, Bry, he enjoys golf. 30, 40 years doing the same job. He might be miserable in that moment, sometimes dealing with the headaches that come along with it, but he's happy just to go play golf. You see, some of our happinesses don't have to be making $10 million. Doesn't have to be changing 75 million lives. It's great if you are. And that's some of my goals I have as far as changing the world in a different perspective from what I can give from my ripple effect. But happiness can be simply you doing what you need to do. Now, it's not staying complacent to where you don't want to get in a hustle or get more for your life. Because if you're only happy in that 5 to 10 minutes a week, maybe that's enough for you. I can't say. But then the rest of it you're dreading through life. Yeah, you probably lived about a good 5 years of happiness out of your 85. I don't know. But balance it out. And I remember I was watching something with Gary Vee. And he's one of the legendary kind of thought leaders / marketing leaders, so forth. If you haven't checked him out, check him out. #Gary Vee. He had said something in a snippet. I was looking at one of his posts, and it said, one of his friends would say he traveled, had a good time, and so forth. And it's always a balance between living life the way it was meant to be, but then needing the money to live life the way it was meant to be. Because they changed life to be meant the way they want it to be instead of the way it was created to be. So the whole point is we can still have a balance of all those things. And I say if your life is only 10% of that happiness you feel once a week, savor it. But try to expand it more and look at how you can make that more of a happiness. Not just a selfish way of living to where you're just living for yourself or your kids. Remember, be smart about it. Be intelligent about it. And always reach out for some stable counseling than just saying, I'm going to go skydiving every day and just go hang out, eat fruit by the pool. I got kids going to school, kids need this, or this person needs this, I need to fix this, but I'm just going to leave it all behind and be happy. That's not what I'm saying. That's a disclaimer for yourself. Common sense says we have to do what we need to do. But even if it's sitting there, taking a break, or taking a day off from anything that you're doing, and just sitting and having your favorite dessert, or your favorite book, or your favorite fruit, or just your favorite music on, and taking those moments, or a few minutes, just to be happy. And happy to be, # in those moments. Sometimes that could be your leading result to be completely free of understanding how you can become even freer within yourself. And then it will form on the outside as well. One of my other friends is okay. I have deal with a lot of wonderful people that are behind bars, that are locked behind these cages physically. But a lot of them are mentally freer than most of these people, as my mother would say. People are mostly mentally locked up out here, even though it looks like they're free. And people, not all from both sides, who are physically locked up, are sometimes mostly mentally free. Goes hand in hand. They find happiness in either playing their card game or just living in the moment. Yeah, the reality is still sitting around them. Some falsely accused. Some should only get a slap on the wrist and given the whole book. Some are caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. Those are the ones I'm talking about. Even the ones that have to go through things from the moments they lived through stuff and they couldn't make up for it 20 years ago or 15 years ago, from just being caught in the moment of something happening and they regret it now. It's the point that in this moment is where you'll always be. Nowhere else can you be except in this moment. So hashtag be happy to be. Happy to be is where it is. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here. And say the script to yourself. I'm happy to be in this moment. I'm happy to be listening to this right now. I'm happy to be able to know that when I shut this off or when I go on about my way, I can go stop and get a refreshing lemonade. I can call or text someone that I care about or just want to say hi to. I'm happy to be able to provide from where I can. I'm happy to be able to volunteer from where I'm at. I'm happy to be able to have who I have in my life, and I'm happy to be me. I'm happy to be a plus size. I'm happy to be a slender person. I'm happy to be short or tall. I'm happy to have freckles. I'm happy to have vitiligo. I'm happy to have eczema. I'm happy this because you know what? It's my experience through life. Tell yourself and tell ourselves this. It's my and our experience through life that we were given to endure. Whether it be an amputee, whether it be someone that's dealing with scoliosis, whether it be someone dealing with Crohn's disease or, colitis, anything. Okay, autism, anything. That's the reality of what we all have to live. Diabetes, whatever it might be. Our reality is where we are, but it doesn't have to be every step of our future. Hashtag happy to be means you're happy to be in this moment, spiritually within who you are at this moment. Live free and be happy in that moment. If you can't get and you can't see yourself beyond that moment, that's why I say moment. Because if I said just live out the rest of your life happy or live out the rest of the week happy, you might be like, Alexa, you're losing your mind. Are you kidding me? Like somebody just cut me off in the middle of the freeway. Okay, I get it. But if you're in this moment to be happy to be, I guarantee you can find at least one single thing, if not many, 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 many more, that you're happy to be happy about. Think about that. And people can say, well, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful. Yes, you can be grateful for a lot of things, but be happy, be excited, be elated. Just like when you connect with the spirit of intuition of all things, the spirit that dwells within you, the voice that you hear in your mind speaking when your mouth is closed, the thoughts that go on in your head when no one else can hear it, the dreams that you have when no one else can see it. That's the spirit of intuition I'm speaking about. It's not a television. It's your own vision within who you are. And something bigger than any of us on this planet put it there. You got to show homage for what put it there. Obviously, it's a lot greater than we could ever be or any new phone technology coming out. Everything came from that is. So I just want to put that out there. Went a little longer than I wanted to, but I just wanted you to feel what I'm talking about and understand it. Okay, gratefulness is amazing, but being elated for it and the connectivity, the understanding is even more beautiful to go with gratitude of saying I'm thankful for, I'm grateful for, but I'm happy too. Happy to be happy about what I'm grateful for and happy for, and doing what I need to do, no matter how slow it may seem or how fast. This is your journey to live, our journey for this moment where we're at to move forward on our pace, but just keep up the pace with what's waiting for us at the end of that rainbow. So, as always, this is your host Lex coming to you straight from the heart, and the talk is real and the vibe is live because we get lit up at RDDC, and I hope you feel it too. I'm happy to be with you all. Check us out. Check out the Blogspot. Check out Spot. I love my little typos and the wonderful things coming out, and I'll try not to make my to-do list way too long so we can start rolling out some more avenues, and I hope to be a little bit more wonderfully going on with you and our other channels opening up. So stay blessed. Hashtag happy to be amazingly you. True. And we'll be back with you very, 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 very soon.